14th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Year A. This reflection is prepared by Father Ayoub Francis, pastor at St. Jude Church, Grand Rapids, Michigan, USA. When we come to Jesus, we find peace. Today's readings invite us to discover the peace, humility, and rest that only God can give. In a world filled with anxiety, competition, and heavy burdens, the Lord reminds us that His way is one of gentleness and compassion. God does not approach us with power and force, but with mercy and love. He calls each of us to place our trust in Him and experience the joy of living in His presence. First reading, Zechariah chapter 9 verse 9 to 10. The prophet Zechariah announces the coming of a humble king who enters Jerusalem riding on a donkey instead of a mighty warhorse. This king will establish a kingdom built on justice, peace, and compassion, rather than violence and domination. His reign will reach beyond one nation and embrace all peoples of the earth. God shows His special concern for the poor, the forgotten, and those who carry heavy burdens. This prophecy finds its fulfillment in Jesus Christ, whose humble love continues to transform hearts and bring lasting peace. Psalm 145, 1-2, 8-11, 13-14. The psalm is a joyful hymn of praise to God's endless goodness and mercy. It reminds us that the Lord is patient, compassionate, and always faithful to His promises. He never abandons those who fall, but lovingly lifts up all who place their hope in Him. Second reading, Romans chapter 8 verse 9 and 11 to 13. St. Paul teaches that Christians are called to live according to the Holy Spirit rather than selfish human desires. The Spirit dwelling within us gives us strength to choose goodness, holiness, and love. Through the power of the Holy Spirit, we receive new life and become children of God. A Spirit-filled life leads us to true freedom, lasting peace, and eternal hope. Gospel, Matthew chapter 11 verse 25 to 30. Jesus opens His heart to everyone who feels tired, discouraged, and overwhelmed by life struggles. He invites us to come to Him with complete trust, promising rest for our souls. His strength is not expressed through force, but through humility, gentleness, and unconditional love. Jesus never places impossible burdens upon His followers, but walks beside them in every difficulty. His yoke becomes light because He carries it with us. In a world driven by stress, success, and endless expectations, Christ offers peace that the world cannot give. He teaches us that true greatness is found in humility, surrender, and loving service. When we place our lives in His hands, our burdens become lighter because His grace is always greater than our weaknesses. 3 lessons from the readings. 1. True greatness is found in humility, not in power or worldly success. 2. Jesus alone gives lasting peace and rest to those who trust in Him. 3. Living according to the Holy Spirit brings freedom, joy, and hope even in difficult times. Question for meditation: what burden am I still trying to carry alone instead of placing it into the loving hands of Jesus, who invites me to find rest in Him? Peace be with all of you.